Okay, so the one thing I didn't say this in the last clip, and that's only because I was saving it for this clip because this is a separate topic. But I hope Nick Foles has a speedy 100% recovery.
Absolutely.
So within like the last probably 35 seconds of the game, 34 seconds of the game, he took a hit and he ended up getting carted off the field. What looked like a serious injury. Um, Matt Nagy and the Chicago Bears, they told ESPN's Adam Schefter that it wasn't as serious as it looked. They said it's a combination of a strain and a bruise to Nick Foles' hip slash glute. Um, so Nate, your concerns about this?
Well, first of all, like you said, I hope he gets better, and hoping he gets a 100% recovery. This is just another blow for the Bears, and honestly, honestly, if you want me to be honest with you, Mario, I don't think this is going to be a big effect on them. And let me and I said this in the last clip, and I'll say it again. The Bears have a quarterback situation. They don't have they don't have that number one QB that's able to lead a team. Mitchell Trubisky's proven time and again he is not a guy to lead a team. Nick Foles has had his time, but he's out of that time. You know what I mean? And I said that in the beginning of the year. Not taking away anything from Nick Foles, but he's kind of lost that magic at this point. What he lost that magic with that magical Super Bowl run with the Eagles. He was able to take them back to the playoffs again the year after. He's lost that magic. You know what I mean? So I don't think the Bears plan on having him play after their bye week, which is this week. They have a bye week this week. So after this week against the Packers, they think he's gonna play then. I don't think they should do that. I think they should give him at least that extra week just to bring back form, get back into shape. And honestly, like I said before, this isn't going to affect the Bears all that much because like I've been saying before, we already know Mitchell Trubisky isn't a quality quarterback. Nick Foles used to be a quality quarterback, but he's just not in that he's not in that form of being a quality quarterback anymore. So with that said, obviously I hope he gets better, but I really don't think this is going to affect the Bears that much, to be honest.
Yeah. So basically what happens at here is since Nick Foles is out, he's probably gonna be out for like maybe like if they're saying it's not that serious, maybe like week two, maybe three at most, I could see it as.
Yeah,
Um but there's two options here. They can go with Mitchell Trubisky, who's probably still banged up. Remember Mitchell got hurt.
yeah,
As Trubisky got hurt as well. When they benched him and he came in, he had one play and he got hurt. So he got hurt. Or they can put in this their third stringer named Tyler Bray. And Tyler Bray came in for those last seconds of the Bears game. And honestly, he went 1 for 5 with 15 yards. And I'm not going to put too much on Tyler Bray here because remember, it's crunch time. And, like, obviously you're taking shots and everything downfield and stuff. But the last throw, like, it showed me what was to come. The last throw, it wasn't even like, it was like a 15, 20 yard throw. And the guy was like right here. And the ball was like right there. So, like, it wasn't a good throw. You would have to see it for yourself. Like, the last, like, people who like watch the highlights and watch the last throw, it wasn't that good of a throw, and that was
yeah,
like, and there was four other incompletions too. And were those his fault? Probably not, but like probably not completely his fault. But there's gonna have to be a lot of changes here. They're in need for a running back. They're in need for a quarterback. They're
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? This offense, and they got good wide receivers. Anthony Miller's a good wide receiver. Allen Robinson is a good wide receiver.
right,
Darnell Mooney is a good wide receiver. You put Cordero Patterson as a wide receiver, he's not what he used to be, but he is a good wide receiver.
right, right.
What you got to and honestly, they don't get the ball enough. It's the same thing with the Cowboys. Like CeeDee Lamb's a good wide receiver. Mark Cooper is a good wide receiver. Help me out here.
Michael Gallup.
Gallup's a good wide receiver. I so like they have good wide receivers, but like again, because of the quarterback situation, they're not getting the ball like they should. So this is why I think personally, in my opinion, I I think in order for the Bears to fix this offense, what I would do is I'd wait to see what happens to Mike Davis on the Panthers. Because remember, they get McCaffrey. Now, could they re-sign Mike Davis? Yes, but I think it's highly unlikely. I think Mike Davis leaves after this year.
Yeah,
Leaves after this year. Remember what happened with Kyle Allen?
yeah,
Exactly. Even though he was good, he left the next year. So I think Mike Davis leaves the next year, and I think the Chicago Bears should go after Mike Davis to fix that running back situation. I think Mike Davis would be a great fit for the Chicago Bears. Not only that, because he also plays rough football, and this is a rough place to play, and it's a rough. You know what I'm saying? This team's very rough, and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? The Bears are a very tough team, despite me not liking them because I'm a Vikings fan. They're a very, very tough team. And in
Yeah,
the
I agree.
draft, go after a quarterback.
I agree.
That would be how I would fix this situation right here. Go
That's how
after
I would fix it too, because like I said, Mr. Trubisky isn't performing the way he was expected to be. Um, Nick Foles doesn't have that magic anymore. We can't really tell what's going to come out of the third stringer. The running back situation is pretty terrible. The rushing game is pretty terrible. But I want to remind you guys of something. The Bears passed up in the draft. Remember when the Chiefs drafted Patrick Mahomes? The team that was supposed to draft him was the Bears. Think about that for a minute. Think about that for a minute. They traded. I can't remember if they traded up or down. They traded
he was
down, right?
good. He was good, but they didn't expect him to be this
Yeah,
because he had a losing record in Texas Tech.
that's true.
Like
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes, he had a losing record in Texas Tech. So like I mean, so he wasn't all like he was a great quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but they didn't expect him to be this.
they
And
didn't
it's not
expect
even
him to be.
that. It's because the Bears they can like do so much. Like Nick Foles was a good addition, but you can kind of see him declining. And not
Yeah,
only that, I can personally, in my opinion, I can see them drafting a quarterback, but I can also see him getting somebody like Joe Flacco too. Because
yeah.
like Joe Flacco, let me explain something to you. Like he played that game against the Patriots with the Jets. I'm not saying he's Joe Flacco like MVP, Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco, but he's still got something in him. You
He
know what I'm
still got
saying?
something in him, right?
But again, they might also lean away from there, learning from what happened with Nick Foles. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right.
So, but I can definitely see them getting a rookie quarterback. But I think personally, the number one position that you got to go after is the running back. You need to get a good running back. And I know Tariq Cohen's hurt, and I know I believe they had Montgomery too. I believe Montgomery's hurt. I could be wrong about that. Is it Montgomery? I believe it's Montgomery. Yeah, they had Montgomery and he's hurt as well. So
Yeah,
I know those two guys are hurt, but and I know that's why you're using Cordero Patterson because you probably don't have any other choice. But I think this draft you need to get a running back with the first pick, whatever that first pick that you get is. You need to get a running back. I think that's the a running you get him you get a running back in free agency like Mike Davis, or you get a running back in the draft and you pick up some veteran quarterback. That's in my opinion that's what they got to do. I personally prefer them getting a rookie quarterback and then getting Mike Davis added off the Panthers. That'll be a better situation for them, and that'll probably help the Bears go back to being a playoff contending, even championship contending team. But honestly, this is not gonna do it. But we're not talking about the future. Now we got like that far into the future. We're talking about like the next week, next 2 weeks. With that being said, if Trubisky's gonna play, they better be very careful with him. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be. I don't think that's a good idea. I think you should start. I think they should start Tyler Bray, and the reason why I say they should start Tyler Bray is because you don't want to hurt Trubisky to the point where he can't play for the rest of the season either. And not only that, and I know Tyler Bray would come in either way, but you don't want to do that to Trubisky. I think that's just messed up. So,
yeah,
in
it
my
is.
opinion, I don't think the Bears are that messed up of an organization. I think Tyler Bray will start the next week or two, and we're gonna see what comes out of him. He didn't show a lot of promise to me. He didn't really show a lot of promise to me this game. But who knows what kind of promise will show within next week and then the week after that. So we're gonna have to see.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I just
Well,
want to end
obviously,
by saying I hope Nick Foles has a speedy recovery. I'm glad that it's not as serious as we would have thought because at first when I saw the hit, it looked like
it was
it looked like
horrible.
he broke his collarbone, right? Or
Yeah,
front or
like the one that
blade.
Drew Brees got into on Sunday.
What'd you say?
It reminded me of the hit that Drew Brees got on Sunday
Yeah, I
night
think his
against
was
the
more
49ers.
obvious.
That was nasty too.
Yeah, but again, I'm wishing Nick. Obviously, I already wish Nick, Drew Brees a speedy recovery. I wish him it again. I hope he has a speedy recovery. But this is Nick
Yeah,
Foles' topic, and I hope Nick Foles can recover.
yeah. I hope Nick Foles can get better too. Speedy recovery, man.